So you've given us snapshots in past conversations where, as energy souls for this conversation become more and more advanced, that cadres of souls start to group together and actually do work and start to come physical, either together or
Yes.
one follows the other. Tell us about that, because that's also a very fascinating
Well, as you
part of
have
this cycle.
experience in the linear, you start to participate with other energies.
Okay.
And say you're in kindergarten, we can analogize this with the kindergarten moment. You make some friends,
Right.
and then you advance to first grade together, and you keep having experiences. In every grade you move up, those same people are in your experience. And by the time you get to, say, 8th grade, you're having some rather advanced experiences with the same ones you had in kindergarten.
Now, these advanced experiences, for example, could be what? What would it mean to the person viewing this video today when you talk about an advanced experience?
Well, maybe when you were in kindergarten, you didn't have an appreciation for taking care of the planet. You had heard about it. Your mom always told you, pick up your garbage. Don't throw things on the ground. And maybe when you were in 5th grade, you planted a tree as part of a exercise for being in 5th grade. Your whole
yes.
class went and we planted a tree.
A group participation.
A group participation where you all go plant a tree in the 5th grade. This is a big deal.
Yes.
8th grade, you go back to the same park and you see how the tree has grown. You say, oh my God, it doesn't even look like the same tree. Oh, and look, there are flowers on the tree. There's pink flowers on the tree. I don't remember that. And then part of you will say, well, is it the same tree? And you say, yes, it is the same tree because it's the same spot. I remember this.
Right.
But look how it's blossomed. That experience that I participated in the 5th grade, which could have been your 800th life, now you come back into physical life again and you see the fruit of the energy that you participated in to grow something good. And you may want to continue to participate in it more. You may go back to that same park when you're a senior in high school and say, I'm going to plant 10 more trees. And when you're a man of 35 and a man of means at that point, you say, I'm going to go back to that park and I'm going to have it completely redone. Because I remember being there as a child. I remember being there when that first tree was planted. And I think the whole place should be filled with those trees.
So in a pre-life agreement situation, energies, metaphorically, that I met when I was in kindergarten, we are now high school or freshmen in college.
And this is not, we're talking about lives here.
Lives,
we're not
yes.
talking about someone going to school.
But for association.
Yes, we're just trying to give an analogy that will be understandable.
Yes.
So that people can identify, because everyone can identify, oh, first grade, I knew Susie.
Sure.
And then I saw Susie when she was a senior in high school, and I still remember her as it was, but I see her now, she's really blossomed into a wonderful woman.
So as we evolve as souls and energies, we continue to do, if we choose, more and more advanced work.
Yes, indeed.
But we always have the free will not to as well.
Yes.
And may plod through what could have been a very advanced life
Yeah.
for whatever choice or reason.
Or stick in it and circle around it a few times.
Caught in a cycle.
Yes. Well, it's like you're a sophomore in high school and they say, well, you flunked math. Got to go back and do that again. And maybe again. Until you get it right, or until you feel satisfied with the progress that you've made.
So when a soul with other souls and energies decide to come into a given time and dimension, we haven't really touched on dimension yet, it could be another dimension besides the moment in time that you and I are, that you're visiting me in right now, but it could be
Yes,
another one, or maybe even another place.
Absolutely.
Not just this planet.
Absolutely.
I'm not bound as an energy to this place.
No, you are not.
Quite
You can certainly make that choice if you so want to.
kind of opens up the field, doesn't it?
Yes. Maybe you're tired of unbalanced energy and you want to have an experience where the energy is very calm and fluid. And you say, I really need that sort of meditative type of physical moment. And it's not available at the time you want to manifest on planet Earth. So maybe you would go someplace else where you can attain that.
Same energy that's been on Earth many, many times
Can go someplace else.
goes
yes.
somewhere else.
Absolutely.
There's a new line of thought.
Easily done. Many do it.
So all these experiences, all these arrangements, what's the purpose? Why so many times? What seems to me, sitting here in 2009, adding up to thousands of lives seems, an eternity, when in fact it's not, because there's no time relevance in non-physical.
Correct.
But all these experiences that my energy encounters, what are they for? What good do they do? There must be some sort of translation or exchange.
The entity, this energy from which you come, always seeks to expand itself. That is the intention of the energy, to expand, experience, expand, experience, expand. And that has been heightened by the physical experience. The expansion of energy is the focal point of all energy. And that is true in your linear and your nonlinear. So, we say that any sort of experience you have in the physical translates back to your soulful energy, the source entity from which you come, as an expansion. Whether it's a negative experience or a positive experience by your estimation,
Okay.
It is an experience. And it is an insertion of energy that expands the whole. And that is the intention, period.
That's pretty expansive.
Indeed.
So everything that I'm doing as an energy is contributing back to ultimately source, all that is, that created the
Yes.
universe in the first place.
Yes. As
And
an
my
experience.
behavior as an energy, good or perceived not good,
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
And see, the source energy has cast you as an individual. Now, the individual doesn't go away.
When you say individual, do you mean,
John Paul, you are an individual.
yes,
You have been cast from your entity as John Paul. All of John Paul's experience, parallel, concurrent, past lives, all of what you are stays with you. So there's an individuality that occurs within the whole.
parallelize?
Oh, now you're getting off on the wrong tangent. Wait.
All right.
But you are now what the source at the beginning wasn't individualistic. It cast off parts of itself to become individualistic.
Us.
Now, yes, and now that individualistic energy comes back to the source. Doesn't go away.
Very good.
Stays forever. And the you that you know, the you in this experience, stays on forever. And you can access it whenever you like. And you can access all of your participations, and you take all those participations back to source with you.
So the tie that I was taught as a child, that we are made in the image and likeness, is very true.
Indeed.
Because we come from
Yes.
all that
indeed.
is.
Indeed. But you took it on your own creative journey to create it in the way that John Paul thought he should create it. And your choices reflect back to the source. You are created in the image of the energy, but you also have the gift of free will from that energy to create what you feel is important.
Right. And that free will is never interfered with?
Never. It is a gift.
Regardless.
It is a gift. It is given. And source benefits from it. Source benefits from your experiences, whether they are positive or negative. Source benefits from the experience and has an understanding of that energy.
So if we tie this back to the pre-life agreements or arrangements, when a soul or a group of souls decide to come physical and manifest and do work and experience, they can choose to do all those agreements that they said they would do. In other words, maybe wake up to the call and
Yes.
do that work,
Yes.
or not.
Yes.
And if not, then that's okay. We
That's
had just
all right.
come back
Free
another
will.
time, or
Free
maybe.
will, or come back another time, or readjust the agreement.